Alright. Time to go back to the Cruise Bazaar and work on our next run. Hello, Cookus. How you doing? The Shadowrun games and RimWorld. I love the in-game music. Absolutely love it. So, would have started just a few minutes earlier, but I had to run the dog out before I started, and she got her dinner too. Oh, you're playing with conveyor? You're playing around with magnetic craft, aren't you? Let's see, where am I? There I am. What am I doing? Okay. That's where I was going. Okay, let's go to the platform. Actually, no. First, let's ask around and see if we can't find any information for that drone. Oh, also, everybody's leveled up to level 3 now. Frag grenade boost or flash. You know what? Frag out. And blitz. Yep, he's getting more accurate. Medical Specialist 1, gain an upgraded med kit or upgraded Boomona kit. I haven't messed around with that pack yet. Earth attunement, fire attunement. Fire always works. Alright. Confirm all. Everybody's confirmed. And there we go. The old troll putters about, his artificial joints complaining loudly. He seems heavier today than when you first met, and he takes your approach as reason to seat himself and rest. I understand they put you in charge of Monica's outfit. Word travels fast around here. Okay. Hell, an old man farts and the kids across town complain of it. You need something from me? I'd like to hear a little more about you. Let me guess, you want to know how I lost the legs? If you're offering. Might as well hear it from me than one of the addle-brained kids running about. Lost the legs during the first Euro War, if you must know, in a bombing. Now you need something else from me? How are people handling the loss of Monica? I think most are still in shock, but just you wait. That'll pass, and then the panic sets in. Few folks have any real discipline around here. Monica kept them calm by keeping them safe. Now that she's gone, they're going to start realizing what a heap of misery this blasted city can be. You consider yourself a man of discipline, then? More than most I've met. Surely enough to keep my head when the shit hits the fan. Really doesn't matter that much to me, but to the rest, it's going to be a different story. Monica kept this place in one piece. She read the flux like a bird reads the wind or a fish reads the current. Without her, there's no telling what's going to happen. Pounce. Not right now, dude. Yeah, thank you. Anything else you want to jaw about? Nope, don't mean to bother you. Alright, no info from him. Let's see, who else can we talk to? We can talk to Simi. Warming herself in the dim light of a dying street lamp is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. The Mother Superior, she says there will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see to them. Hey, your answer. 7 what? What do you have to care for? The captain's children. The Mother Superior says there are 7. She says I'm to be governess to the children. You notice a chipjack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as a likely BTL junkie, lost between reality and any number of better-than-life virtual constructs. I need money to get back to them. Love, do you know Monica? Monica? Is she one of the sisters at the Abbey? No, wait, Monica. A flicker of recognition fights through the haze in the young woman's eyes. Yes, Monica, she's good to me, brings me food to eat and tea to drink. Something happened to her. Despite the woman's persistent delirium, she seems to glean meaning from your tone. She died? While working a job, yeah. The girl grips her head with claw-like hands, tugging at her hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl's frail body shudders and her eyes grow large, but she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. It is a place for good people, stillborn babies and childhood pets. And she was a good person. The girl then begins to mumble to herself while fingering the hair that covers the jack on her head. The story sounds familiar. Captain Von Trapp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost his wife and the children their mother. A child should not be without a mother, and a mother should not be without a child. Have you seen the captain? I'm going to step away now. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. So she sinks herself into the sound of music. Don't know why, but she does. A bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands, its outstretched wings looming over the small park. But the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold, Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Statue name. This is my tribute to Victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both a citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from the history trids as the Sieg or Goldas. Something. Installation history. Isn't it obvious? The Segeisel? Something or other. First time the idea of a head jack reminds me of the plug heads from Niven's Arm stories. Yeah. Never read that. A monument to the hubris of the Prussian state gets blown to bits, so someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what more is there to say about the artist? I am the visionary Herbert Kunzel from the Lindwormer you might know me from. Okay, well, there isn't much unknown for yet, but I intend to change that. All art is born from misery, after all. Step away from the statue. Okay, what's... the Wine Cellar. In other words, the Wine Cellar. Hey, look, it's Lucky Strike. Young woman stands at the bar smoking a cigarette. You've seen her face before. Lucky Strike, one of the mercenaries from Monica's files. A plume of blue-gray smoke spills from the corner of her mouth as she turns her attention to you. Hey. The distinctive circuit pattern tattoos that line her face shimmer and pulse with light. You need something? We work together, but we've never had a chance to talk. Yeah, I'm not really the chatty type. She takes a drag on her cigarette. How you holding up, though, champ? I heard what happened to your old boss. It happens. Running into shadows is a dangerous line of work. People into stories that would get a skull implant that would run electric current over the pleasure centers of the brain, granting bliss. Huh. So, a joy wire. She smirks and lets the smoke escape from the corner of her mouth. Don't I know it? So, you need something, or are you just going to stand there staring? Why'd you bring up Monica? Did you know her? I met her a couple of times. Seemed nice, though. Seemed nice enough. She takes another drag on her cigarette. but mostly I knew her by reputation. You can't live in the Kias without hearing about the Queen of the Cruise Bazaar. She pauses, then slowly lets the smoke escape through her nostrils. Can't say that I was a fan. Oh, and 15 bits from Ranzer. Thank you for the bits, Ranzer. Whoa there. Monica didn't control the Cruise Bazaar. Didn't she? She locks eyes with you. Then why did the place start falling apart the second that she got geeked? She takes another drag on her cigarette. The smoke spills out of her mouth as she speaks. Either Monica controlled the Cruise Bazaar, or she had her fingers in so many pies that she might as well have. Comes out to the same thing either way. Lucky Strike taps at her cigarette and leans toward you, a predatory grin on her face. You and your friends, you followed Monica too. Obeyed her orders without question, right? Not without question. There were debates. And at the end of those debates, Monica would put her foot down and you'd wind up doing whatever she said, right? She smirks at you. Don't bother answering. It was a rhetorical question. For such a rabid anarchist, your friends seemed awfully comfortable being in power. Kind of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? No, I don't. I don't think you know a damn thing about who Monica really was. She shrugs. Fair enough. You're probably right. I didn't know her like you do. I'm sure that she was a lovely person. All I really know is that your friend's death left the power vacuum and that the Cruise Bazaar is less stable because of it. Yeah, well, I can fix that. Part of that is going around and talking with folks. Okay. Let's see, we went and talked with the folks at the Wine Cellar. Zach Flash, what are you? This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it has been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all of this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Freund. You here for some magic? Because Zach Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. Magic? You Street Mage? Zach lets out a throaty barking laugh. Street Mage? Me? Do I look like a Street Mage to you? He shakes his head, but his smile doesn't waver. He fishes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket and dangles it before your eyes. No, chummer, I'm not a Street Mage. I've got the magic in my blood and the magic in these bags, but you won't catch old Zach studying any spell books. Well, in that case, let's talk about the magic you got in that bag there. What you got? Oh, a little bit of everything. I've got your Zen, your Hyper, your Nitro, your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zach leans towards you and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So, you want to conduct a little business? I got a formula for a combat stim. Can you produce something like that? Oh, you know I'm your man. I can hook you up right now. Show me what you got. Alright. Your prices are insane. Phew. I think I'll just sell the stuff I've got in the stash and be done with you. Okay. So there's the local drug dealer and drug lab, it would seem. Oh, what's over here? Triage Cyber Clinic. Ah. It's the doctor's office. Escabel's office. Welcome back. What can I do for you, my friend? I hope our recent misunderstanding won't have an impact on our ongoing business relationship. Misunderstanding, preacher? I'm sure that I don't know what you're talking about. How about our friends? In the sewers. You're not hearing me. I don't know what you're talking about. I know nobody in the sewers, and you know nothing of my extracurricular activities. As long as you're on board with that, our business together can continue unabated. Deal? Deal, Doc. Good. Let's move on to other matters. Do you have business for me? Some work you need done, perhaps? I need medical supplies. Alright. Gold trauma kits, regular trauma kits, advanced med kits, basic med kits. I've got nothing in the stash, so my equipment, I've got a basic trauma kit, advanced med kit, you know, so the hyper and the kamikaze, and sell those, and buy a couple of these. Yep, there we go. Confirm. Okay, and out we go. Alright, that's the doctor's office. I'm playing this for, what, 4 or 5 streams now, and have yet to actually wander around the map and find things. Maintenance worker? Thanks again for helping me out. Okay, yeah, okay. Dancer's bag. Tip the dancer. Give her $5. There you go. I help out the Cruise Bazaar. It is my Kias after all. Nothing around here. Let's go talk with my elite real quick. Well, I need new decks software. Yep, okay. Ragu craft work. Blah, 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 blah. Normal stuff. Doberman, smoker. Oh, if I had enough money for better armor. If I had enough for the Fuchi Tech Savvy, that'd be very nice. Okay. Exit. Cammy, what you need? She tips an invisible hat. Hey there, remember me from the cafe? Name's Cammy. Are you looking for something? Depends. Is there anything I should be looking for? She titters. Volunteering information? That's bad for business. Unless Altug wants me to tell you something, but that's rare. I'm just his ears and hands outside the cafe. He's got enough of a voice all by himself. He doesn't seem to be afraid to use it either. Not in the slightest. Since you've just moved here, I have some advice. If you haven't guessed already, he's got fingers in a lot of pies. I've seen what happens when he doesn't approve of someone or something. Pissing him off can't be worth it. And at the very least, you won't be able to get good coffee in this town again. She grins cheekily. So what's the story between you and Altug? She grins and winks lasciviously. I can't talk. Oh, surely you've guessed. You're not serious. She laughs. I can't pull a fast one on you, can I? Well, I'll tell you the real story sometime. How about that? Right now, though, I have some errands to run. Come over sometime, we could chat over hookah or something, yeah? She lazily tips an invisible hat at you before turning her focus to a commoner arrest. Okay. Altug, do you have any info? Look at Doer. So you're a preacher, eh? The late Monica Schaefer's replacement. He looks you up and down and then nods. Good. You look the part. Let me get right to business. My organization would like to retain your services for the indefinite future, but first we're asking you to go on a trial run, an audition of sorts to prove that you're the right man for the job. Assuming that you complete this trial to our satisfaction, I will then offer you a variety of simple tasks. All of these should be achievable in the course of your everyday business. You won't need to go out of your way or expose yourself to too much unnecessary risk. For each task that you complete, you will be rewarded handsomely, and there will be a bonus if you finish them all. So, have I piqued your interest? Will you accept our offer? what's this audition pay? I can offer you 1,500 Nuyen, but only if you complete the full audition, the run, the post-run interview, to our satisfaction. If you fail to perform up to our expectations, you will receive no pay and no further offers of work. That isn't much. It's an audition. The purpose of this trial is for you to prove your worth to us, not the other way around. Of course, you're free to decline if you wish, but know that there are hundreds of runners in Berlin who would kill for the opportunity to work for us. We came to you because we think we see a glimmer of potential. If you prove us wrong, we will happily take our offer elsewhere. Who do you work for? How'd you know where to find me? My organization knows everything worth knowing in Germany, including the small pond that is Berlin. It is in our best interests, however, to remain unknown to the world at large. For the time being, that is all you need to know. Sure, I'm in. Good, he smiles. Very good. Now, on to the task at hand. There is a man named Aylshire. He is a senior manager at Hermes Eurocom and a respected figure in his community. My organization also suspects him of working with pro-corporate extremists. These people are actively working to undermine the Flux state and pave the way for a corporate-controlled Berlin. My organization has no more desire to see Berlin fall to the corporations than you do. However, we are hesitant to act on our suspicions without proof. This is where you come in. So you want me to spy on him then? Not directly, no. But we do need to place him under surveillance. You will meet with a team that I've arranged for you, and with their assistance you will plant listening devices in his apartment. Take the U-Bahn to Frankfurter Tor and go alone. The rest of your team will meet you there. Hang on a second. I already have a team. You do, yes, but they are unsuitable for this job. Remember, this is a test of your abilities, not Iger's or Glory's or Dietrich's. Alright, if it's that important to you, I'll work with you, team. Very good. The moment that you board the train to Frankfurter Tor, your test will begin. I would advise you to bring what you need in terms of medical supplies and ordnance. Once you embark on your trial run, there will be no turning back. After you have planted the devices and verified that they work, come back to me. There will be a brief interview, a post-mortem on the run if you like, and assuming that I am satisfied with what I hear, I will pay you your first stipend. Then we will discuss our future options. Best of luck, preacher. We will be watching. Alright, let's see what Old Talk has to say before we head out on the run. Hello? Talk, talk, talk. The Turk flashes his wry smile and winks at you knowingly. I am told that you have been quite busy of late, O wanderer of the shadows. My street rats tell me that business is picking up. Is that the man who has taken over for Monica Buragazi? Who does it look like, your rotundity? The Pope from the Vatican? Give him a soy calf, a big one, and put it on my account. I like to cut his jib. A large soy calf? My, you are the generous one, Goldschmidt. Are you sure you can afford such a gesture? The fat man frowns. And a scone. I was going to say, and a scone as well. Nothing is too good for him. As you desire, O ample one, the Turk whispers. The man is a moron, but he eats his weight in baklava and pastries, so who am I to care? Now, what would you like? Did your people ever look into that surveillance device on your data tab? The Turk beams at you. Indeed they did, under Efedim. Indeed they did, and it was most fortunate that you discovered it. It seems there was a group that wished to destabilize the Cruz Bazaar, to create a vacuum they could fill with their political ambitions. You took care of it? Yes, they were reasoned with. We traced the signal to its source. The issue has been resolved. Thank you for your help, Effendum. The Cruz Bazaar owes you. Okay. Like, whatever, dude. Okay. I do believe that is it for everywhere except for Talis Kramer, where we talk with Absinthe. Hey, do I know you? Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks up at you, you can see that her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Hello, and welcome to Algernon. Ah! Algernon, okay. Yeah, I can't do a Turkish accent. Hello, and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something. As she smiles up at you, her eyes fixed on yours, a curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. Oh, I ain't got the willpower. Dang it. Look deeper in her eyes. The golden specks in the elf's eyes shift and swirl, slowly picking up speed. It's mesmerizing. All at once, the specks explode into light and color. Absinthe's eyes now fill your field of vision, and it feels as if you're drowning in an alien sea. The patterns traced by the shimmering specks in her eyes are kaleidoscopic, enchanting, nearly impossible to turn away from. Lose yourself. You are lost. Your entire world has been reduced to a churning vortex of green and gold. Dimly, you become aware that something is happening. You feel your body being buffeted by unseen forces, and suddenly everything goes black. Well, foo. Slowly and painfully, you struggle your way back to consciousness. The shop's owner, Algernon, is peering down at you, an expression of concern on his face. Absinthe stands beside him, her expression one of embarrassment. Welcome back, friend. Algernon extends a hand to help you to your feet. Absinthe shifts slightly to allow you to stand. What was that? What happened? My fault and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional, yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. No harm done. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go stand in the corner for a while. Okay, Algernon. This man is everywhere. Greetings, young elf. The elf's voice is smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I am Algernon Halfdream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop you will find only the finest in magical paraphernalia. Now tell me, how may I serve you? I've got a question for you if you don't mind. You are in luck. I have a great many answers. What do you know about Firewing? The elf ponders for a moment, twisting a ring on his right hand. Firewing. The Firewing. That is a name I haven't heard in some time. Over 40 years, I believe, though I cannot say for certain. Time and I do not get along. Hey, Grim. She was among the first of the great dragons to awaken, and the first to be killed by meta-humanity, or so the story goes. Looks like I asked the right person. You have insight? I do, into a great many matters. Absinthe interjects. A great dragon is not like other awakened creatures, whereas a basilisk is nothing more than a Komodo dragon whose genetic structure was mutated by magic's return. A great dragon is a creature of magic, a creature that has seen more than one cycle of the world. This is the 6th. When a great dragon falls, the sound resonates across time and space. And therefore you would know. He opens his hands. I am merely suggesting that the story is incomplete. Firewing awakened, along with Lofweir, Nebelher, and Kaltenstein, around the first decade of this century. She was first seen over the Harz Mountains, and after a long flight announcing her presence, she began raining fire on every town and village she came across. Why do you attack? Think she was protecting her lair? No one knows. Firewing was never engaged in dialogue. German military forces are said to have killed her over the SOX the year she emerged. This, after months of fire, devastation, and terror. Her body was never recovered. Whenever I hear the body was never recovered, I immediately think faked her own death. Beware the holovids, my friend. They will rot your brain. Nevertheless, it is possible that the Firewing still exists. Dragons are cunning, quite cunning, and a sealed emergency zone is, by its very nature, sealed. We cannot know what happens inside with certainty. One must wonder what effect the radiation from a nuclear meltdown might have had upon her. You seem like a connected guy. I think any of your magical friends might know more. Algernon crosses his arms across his chest, considers. That is always a possibility. The sum of my knowledge is vast, but it remains finite. He frowns. I did hear from one such friend who believed that the leader was of the toxic shaman cult, Disciples of Cleansing Fire, is actually Firewing trapped in human form. The cult is known for following the dragon totem while also practicing toxic magic. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? What's the deal with your assistant? There's something funny about her eyes. Absinthe is a friend, nothing more. She helps out around the shop when the fancy strikes her. She's nobody's assistant, and I'm no one's master. But her eyes? He pauses for a moment, considering. I believe that they suit her personality. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? What's your story? Have you been in the Cruise Bazaar long? I have many stories. Stories of dancing spirits and raging dragons, of unchecked magic and swarming chaos. All of these stories are true. As for the Cruise Bazaar, I have always been here, quietly peddling my wares. It is a simple life, but a good one. Oh, okay. Try telling that to the folks in Seattle. I'm sick of that, I gotta go. Thanks anyway. I don't think I want to talk to her again. At least not until I get my willpower up. Okay, yeah, nothing else really much going on around here. Yeah, nothing else going on around here. Alright, board the train. Yeah, let's go meet Luca Durr's team. See how well this thing goes. Start off with a small job. As the U-Bahn hums toward the Frankfurter Tor, you tug idly at the fabric of your maintenance uniform. You found it in a duffel bag on your seat when you boarded, along with a note from Durr to put it on before your arrival. The moment you step off this train, the note said, your trial run begins. You are to rendezvous with the rest of your team, reconnoiter the building, and plant the specified devices in Aylshire's suite. Beyond that, your approach will be left to you. Do not disappoint us. You are being watched. Okay. Alright, and anytime now. There we go. As you emerge from the dingy confines of the U-Bahn terminal and step into the light of day, you find yourself confronted by a wall of muscle in a knight-errant uniform. You're with maintenance. It isn't a question. He stands impassively waiting for a response. No, I'm a Shadowrunner here on a job. This uniform is just a clever disguise. A low growl, amplified by the speakers in the guard's helmet, reverberates in your ears. Watch it. They might think you're hilarious back at the office, but there's nothing I hate more than a wise ass. That's your problem, not mine. It's a free city. I'll say what I want. Yeah, and if I feel like it, I'll toss you in a holding cell and leave you there for a week. Try to resist, and I'll break both your legs while I'm at it. I'm security here, Chuckles. You're just a glorified janitor. Remember that. I'm quaking in my boots, tough guy. His fingers hover over the grip of his sidearm, but only for a moment. If I hurt you, I'll have to fill out a lot of paperwork. I hate paperwork. He shakes his head in disgust. You're not worth the effort. So I tell you what's going to happen now. I'm going to point you to one of your little mop jockey friends, and you're going to go running off to meet her. And you're going to do it before I do something that we both wind up regretting. Got it? Yeah, sure, big guy. Point away. He waves his hand in the direction of a small figure in the distance. There. Dwarf girl. She's waiting for you. Now go away. Will do. Don't worry about me in the combat drone. The young dwarf looks up at you, wide-eyed with apprehension. From the way that she's fidgeting, you can tell that she's terrified. She bites her lower lip, eyes darting from side to side. Finally, she takes a step toward you. Hello. Are you Mr. Preacher? I take it you're on my maintenance crew? Yeah, yeah I am. My name is Jana. She tries on a smile. It falls away almost immediately. Good to meet you, Jana. Are the others still on their way? No. They, sort of jumped the gun a little. They're already inside. I guess I can't fault their enthusiasm. The dwarf wrings her hands. I'm sorry, I told them to wait, but they didn't listen. They just muscled on past me and waltzed through the front door. Alright, calm down. I see you have a toolbox. Do you have something stashed in there for the run? Well, in a manner of speaking. She opens the box and shows you its contents. It's packed to the brim with an assortment of hand tools. I'm not like you, not like the others. You should probably know that. You'll have to clarify that. Violence makes me sick to my stomach. I've never broken into a building or stolen anything in my life. I guess that what I'm trying to say is that I'm not a criminal. I'm just an electrician. It's alright, don't worry. I'll look after you. The fear drains from her face. She looks exhausted. Thank you. I really, really mean that. I'll try to take care of myself as best I can. I don't want to be a burden. I brought my taser and I have a little holdout pistol for self-defense. But I've never fired at a living thing before, let alone a person. I'm really hoping that I won't have to. I understand. Now, you said our teammates are already inside. Are you sure about that? Yeah, I watched them storm through the front doors of the building that we're going to hit about 10 minutes ago. A lot can happen in 10 minutes. They'll still be on the first floor. Nobody's getting upstairs until I bypass the security locks on the elevator. That's why I decided to wait for you out here. I figured that they couldn't get too far ahead of us if I didn't go inside with them. Alright, let's get in there before the others blow the run. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Alright. Anything in the area? Nope. Anything in this area? Well, looks like the only thing to do is to enter the complex. It's quite the complex right there. Alright. As you step through the door, you find yourself confronted by a pair of men wearing the same kind of uniform that you are. Judging by their expressions, there is no love lost between the two. Hearing the door swing open, they turn to face you. The shorter of the two, a human with arcane symbols tastefully embossed into his belt, glares at you. You're here, finally. You brought our little mouse of an electrician with you. Better late than never, but not much better. You're tardy enough as it is. He jerks his thumb at the elf standing beside him. I'll leave it to you to keep track of our pack. I'll leave it to you to keep our pack mule in line. The elf's lips curl into a snarl. Hanging from his back is a bulging pack that looks incredibly heavy. His broad shoulders sag under the weight of whatever's inside. He's dumb as a post, but he can lift heavy things. Might not be bad in a fight either. At the very least, he can soak up a few bullets for the rest of us. Staring daggers at the mage, he spits out a long string of foreign words in a single, susurrant breath. The sound of it is lovely, but his expression leaves little doubt that the message behind the words is an ugly one. Oh, and I hope you can speak Spirithiel. He shakes his head in disgust. Damn useless immigrants. Do us all a favor and keep your opinions to yourself. The corner of his mouth lifts into an ugly smirk. You may be the leader of this team, but I'll speak my mind whenever I please. Get used to it. Oh, and by the way, think you could have gotten here any later, pal? I've got an important meeting to get to, and if I'm late, the shit is gonna hit the... This isn't getting us to your meeting any faster. He flashes a hateful glance at the dwarf, then turns his attention back to you. No, it isn't. So let's get to the penthouse and plant the cameras. I'll mask them against detection, and then we can all go our separate ways. The elf mutters something under his breath and hitches the bulky pack up a little higher on his back. His muscles bulge under the strain of it. That pack looks heavy. I can help you with it if you want. The elf blinks uncomprehendingly and takes a half step back. I told you, he can't understand a word you're saying. Nothing's come out of his mouth but that pigeon drivel the elves call a language. A tiered Tarangare dialect, if I'm not mistaken. I wish that he'd do us all a favor and go back. Can you understand me at all, brother? The elf's dialect is completely foreign. It's quite unlike the form of Sperthiel spoken by the elves of Tir na Nog. You only managed to catch a few words. You terrible insolence of threatening. See if at all? Look, just be calm, my friend. Your words don't seem to have much impact. The elf's scowl deepens. I get the distinct impression that none of you actually want to be here, but we've got a job to do, so you're going to have to suck it up and deal. The mage leers at you. Wonderful pep talk. Really, really magnificent. I could see why you were placed in charge of this run. Now, can we please get moving? I don't have all day. We know. You have a meeting. I can get us into Ayleshire's apartment, but there are a few things that we'll need to do first. If you can get me to a building access panel that's on the same circuit as the penthouse, I should be able to put its security system into maintenance mode. The job will take some creative rewiring. Well, that and whatever's in that pack that the elf is carrying. Our employers gave me the schematics. Hey, Dragon Racer. And do you know where we'll find that access panel, Mouse? Quit calling me that. She takes a moment to calm herself. And yes, I do. There's an access panel in one of the mid-range apartments on the same floor. My contact gave me a key code that should get us in. You said should twice already. That makes me feel uneasy. Well, there's nothing that I can do about that. It's the plan that I was given, and we're stuck with it. Unless you have a better idea, we'll just have to follow our instructions and hope for the best. She turns to face you. Get me to a building access terminal on this floor, and I can rewire the elevator. That's the first thing we need to do. Once we're upstairs, we'll use the code I was given and rewire Ayleshire's security system, and we hide the cameras in his apartment. Her brow furrows. Well, that's the theory anyway. Alright then, let's go. Okay. What's up with this stressed suit? The well-dressed orc stops his pacing to stare at you as you approach. Heavy worry lines etch his forehead, and his eyes are bloodshot. He looks like he hasn't slept in a month. I don't want to be rude, but I'm a little busy right now. If this is about building maintenance, take it someplace else. James's cheeks flush red. He takes a step forward. Watch it. You don't get to talk down to me like... The orc bristles. Like a janitor? Yes, I do, because that's what you are. If you want to keep wearing that uniform, you better watch the attitude. Now, isn't there a floor that you'd be cleaning or something? I've got a lot on my mind to worry about. Important things. I don't want to be bothered. Etiquette corporate. You think that just because we're in maintenance we don't understand what you're going through? I have 621Bs to file before the day is out, and if I don't, I can kiss my efficiency bonus goodbye. With a visible effort, he calms himself. Look, sorry, I'm not trying to be unpleasant. It's just that I have a huge presentation to give to the board in 20 minutes. I stayed up all night practicing it, and now I'm so tired that I can't even remember my own name. That's rough. He shakes his head miserably. I'm going to botch this, and the worst part is, most of those bastards will assume that it's because I'm an orc. They already make jokes behind my back. After this, it's going to get a lot worse. That's tough, man. Best of luck. He scowls and continues to pace. Okay. Well, let's see. What's over this way? What we got over here? A tailor? Oh, it's a shop. The saleswoman's expression brightens at your approach. Welcome to Dunkley's Fine Clothiers. Are you shopping for a suit? A fashionable business suit made of ballistic cloth catches your eye. It would be a simpler matter to slide it on under your baggy maintenance overalls. Let me see that suit. Ah, good choice. Style and safety. You have a good eye. She takes your arm. Here, let me show you to a dressing room. I don't have enough. I'm short. Dang it. I got nothing I can really sell. Yeah, armor jacket 5.3. 37, 75. Yeah, if I sell all my medkits, I got enough to get it, but nope. Oh, that sucks. Let's go inspect this thing instead. Jana studies the junction box for a moment, then turns to face you. See that guard in the hallway? Well, he was standing next to a junction box just like this one. Looks like they're both on the same circuit too. So I could use this one to overload the one that the guard is standing by. She looks at the junction box again and nods. Yeah, I could feed a nice power spike into that one from here, you know, if you wanted me to. What would that do? Make a loud bang and arc enough voltage into that hallway to knock out a gang of trolls? I'd rather you didn't. We'll find another way past the guard. Fine by me, just thought I'd offer. At least it's an option to come back to. Let's see here. Gotta explore the entire thing. Corporate woman. A well-groomed corporate couple stands in the corner, browsing racks of pamphlets about neural enhancement headwear. The woman's head turns at the sound of your approach. Upon seeing your uniform, her nose wrinkles. Oh, hello. Are we in your way? We wouldn't want to keep you from your work. Her spray-tanned husband chimes in. Right. The last thing we'd want is to come between you people and whatever it is you do. Yeah, we got some repair work to do. The flux dilator is leaking coolant. A real messy job, believe me. His eyes widen. Is that dangerous? We should call security. No need to bother security. We're on the job. You two enjoy your shopping. Alright, tech vendor. The woman behind the counter smiles at you, her cheeks dimpling. Good afternoon and welcome to Augment Tech, the boutique that makes a better you of you. Her voice is overflowing with forced cheerfulness. Idly, you wonder how many times she has to give this exact speech every day. Tell me how I can help you today. Might be in the market for some cyberware. You come to the right place. She gestures at the terminal in front of you. Please feel free to browse our catalog. We have a huge stock of performance-enhancing augmentations to make you into the person you've always dreamed you could be. Look at the catalog terminal. Scanning over the tastefully designed catalog, you find that most of Augmentech's stock consists of overpriced cosmetic cyberware, metabolic tweaks to help burn away cellulite, ruthenium polymer hair extensions, ultra-expensive leonization treatments aimed at wealthy septuagenarians. Yeesh. Toward the back of the catalog, you find some more practical chrome, but nothing that a Shadowrunner would want. From designer replacement limbs to nephretic screens for alcoholics, Augmentech carries the very best in fashionable implants for the ultra-rich. The mental enhancement section is a little more promising, but you don't see anything you couldn't already find in the Cruise Bazaar. You're about to turn away when an ad on the last page grabs your attention. The newest iteration of the Encephalon system, complete with an integrated math SPU. The Encephalon Next, as it's called, is bleeding-edge commercial-grade tech. Non-compete agreements prevent it from being sold at most stores, but you found one that carries it. His headwear looks interesting. Mind if I take a look? She glances at the item on the screen. Looking at the new Encephalon, huh? Good choice. Our original supervisor has one, and it's amazing. Totally worth the price. And what is the price? It doesn't say on the screen. We're doing a special right now. Yours for only 250 new yen. That's actually really cheap. Okay, sign me up. That's wonderful. Good choice. I'll just swipe your credit stick, then I'll print up your purchase order. Okay. Where do I go to get it installed? Is your dock in the back or something? Her brow furrows. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that you don't understand. We're a boutique shop, not a cyber surgery clinic. We can sell you the device and have it sent to the clinic of your choice for installation, but we don't do the surgery here. Of course, your doctor will bill you separately for installation, but this way you can ensure that the procedure is carried out wherever you're most comfortable. I'll take it. Please have it sent to the Triage Cyber Clinic in the Cruise Bazaar. Hey, I'll get it later. She swipes your cred stick and punches a few buttons on her PDA. A flimsy slip of paper spills out of the terminal you're standing at and into your hand. The saleswoman beams at you. You are now the proud owner of an Encephalon Next. We'll have it sent to the Triage Cyber Clinic as per your request. When you arrive, just show the doctor or a member of his staff the proof of purchase that you're holding, and he'll know what to fetch for you. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. Alright. Let's see. Do we try to get past the guard a conventional way? The guard stance shifts slightly as you approach. Can I help you? Yeah, could you open the door to the utility area? We have some work to do in there. You can't read the guard's expression through his mirrored face mask, but his body language makes it clear that he's staring at you. This door is security coded, Delta grade. Your ID says that you're just a Theta, so no, I can't open the door. You're not listening. We have work to do in there. I heard him loud and clear, Mop Jockey. Now you listen to me. Nobody without Delta clearance gets through this door, period. I suggest that you talk to management. If you really do need to be in here, they'll upgrade your clearance. Otherwise, piss off. Cool down. We're on the same side here. This is a dispatch problem. I'm sure of it. I don't envy you guys having to work with them every day. The guard's shoulders relax. Yeah, I hear you. I swear, it's amazing that anyone gets anything done at all around here. Tell you what, you don't need to go all the way back to management. Just call in and get your clearance changed. I'll let you guys in as soon as the authorization comes through. My comm link's down. I'll need to use the one around the corner. Thanks for everything, man. He tilts his head. Catch you later. Okay. Wait, can I inspect this? Inspect? Yeah. Junction box. Alright. Let's go fry him. Yep. Ooh. Zap. Zap the dude, pick up the thing. Got the Theta key card, and then we open the door. Alright. Wordlessly, Jana pops an access panel at the base of the terminal and begins snipping wires. A few minutes later, she replaces the panel's cover and stands. Alright, that should do it. I bypassed the security lock on the elevator. We're good to head upstairs. That was quick. I know my way around electrical systems. My father used to own rental properties all over Munich, and I helped him maintain them. She smiles shyly. I've been rewiring buildings since I was a little girl. Touching. I don't know what this has to do with getting me to my meeting, but please, by all means, keep waltzing down memory lane. We'll wait. I could care less about your meeting, James. But we should keep moving all the same. James turns and stalks toward the doorway. The others follow behind. Alright, we got in. We got the thing done. Let's get in the elevator. Go upstairs. Alright, I'm going to need you to get me to this floor's access panel. That'll be in room 303 on this floor. The door combination is 14291. She glances up at you. Make sure to write that down. Yeah, I got it. Okay, once I'm there, I can put the penthouse door in maintenance mode. That'll set its key code combination to 11111. So we shouldn't have any trouble getting in to plant the cameras. We've been making halfway decent time. Not good, but not terrible. But I can't afford any more delays. He cracks his knuckles. I hope that no one else gets in our way for their own sake. You're not hurting anyone unless I order you to. You got that? The mage's lip curls into a sneer. Yeah, I heard you. If I weren't under instructions to follow your lead, this would be a very different conversation. Yeah? Well, you are, so shut up and deal with it. She shakes her head in disgust. God, I wish we didn't need you to finish the job. His lip curls into a sneer. Sadly for all of us, you do. Oh, and by the way, we're going to have words when this run is over, mouse. A stream of caustic syllables pours out of the elf's mouth. His back is stooped under the weight of his pack, but his hands have clenched into fists. He rolls his eyes and points a bony finger at the elf. Look, it's trying to speak. I want to get this over with, preacher. I want to get away from these people and go home. Well, we're working on it. Okay. Let's see here. It's 302. There's 303. Let's see, it was 14,291. This trendily designed panel reads Apartment 303. A slick high-grade keypad has been mounted into the door frame. Scan key or enter override code. Use the keypad. 14,291. Code accepted. Welcome, homeowner. Alright. And we get game saved. Okay. Huh. Anything else besides this painting? Okay. Moving the painting aside, you find a large maintenance access panel. Jana steps forward, a slight frown on her face. Okay, I guess this is me. She pulls a multi-tool from her belt and uses it to loosen the bolts that hold the panel in place. Pulling up a schematic on her PDA, she examines the terminal's wiring. Hurry up, woman, the clock is ticking. Don't rush me, this is complicated. Popping the lid on her toolbox, she grabs a pair of wire clippers, a soldering gun, and a roll of electrical tape. With a look of grim determination on her face, she begins to snip into a massive harness of cables that runs through the unit. Alright, she taps the elf on the knee. I'm gonna need that thing now. He nods and reaches back to unsling his pack. Placing it on the floor, he opens it and pulls out a large blue canister. It takes all of his strength to wrestle it up from the ground and into the space in the access panel that Jana has cleared. There you go, you dumb ox. Do something useful for a change. The elf says nothing. Unburdened by the heavy pack, he stands up straight, and for the first time you appreciate how much larger he is than the corporate mage. He stares down at James, and his hands bunch into fists. Stay cool, man. We're almost done. If the elf understands you, he shows no signs of it. He continues to stare James down, and the mage continues to ignore him. Payload in place, Jana goes back to work. It only takes a few minutes for her to screw, wire, and solder the canister into the harness. She inspects her work, nods, and turns to face you. She stands and brushes the hair out of her eyes. Alright, job's done. Just need to do a bit of cleanup and we can get out of here. Nice job, Jana. Yeah, thanks. It wasn't all that difficult, just a matter of following our employer's instructions. Hey, that's great, but time's ticking, so let's keep moving. He glances at the jumble of wire and circuitry through the opening access panel. To hell with the cleanup. We'll be gone before anyone notices anything anyway. Just a second. What was that canister you put in the terminal? She shrugs. Beats me. For all I know, it could be full of pixie dust. They said that I had to wire it into the wall at this junction, so I did. Our employers don't tell us much, do they? The mage sneers. You haven't been doing this long, have you? The lodge doesn't tell you things that you don't need to know when you don't ask. Your job is to do what they tell you, take the money, and keep your mouth shut about it afterward. It's all very simple. The lodge? The mage's eyes widen incredulously. You don't even know who you're working for, do you? You're leading this team and you don't have a clue. Jana cuts in, her eyes wide. Both of you, shut up. Somebody's coming. A tall, deeply tanned man rounds the corner in a jog and comes bustling into the room. You recognize him as the father that you spoke with at the Augmentech kiosk. He stops short when he sees your team and the smile falls from his face. You, the guy from the cyberware kiosk. What the hell is going on here? He advances on you, full of bluster and bravado. This is my apartment. I own it. You can't just waltz in here and start pulling the walls apart without my consent. We're maintenance. Look at the uniforms. Yeah, I see that. Well, that doesn't give you the right to force your way into my home and start tearing up my walls. At the very least, you should have given me an advance notice. James shoots you an irritated glance. This is a waste of time and I'm already running late. If you don't take care of this idiot, I will. The elf barks something out at James. The sound is uncharacteristically ugly, all harsh consonants and sibilant hisses. Let's keep calm, everyone. This is a simple misunderstanding. Misunderstanding my ass. Your friend just called me an idiot in my own home. He wails on James, his hands balled into fists. I want to know your employee number, and I want to know it now. Excuse me. The mage raises an eyebrow, smiling. Do you now? I'm a member of the Homeowners Association for this level. You know what that means? I have a lot of pull with building management. He thrusts an outstretched finger at James. Your days wearing that uniform are numbered. I promise you that. Calm down, sir. There must be a problem at dispatch. You should have received a work order last week. I didn't receive a thing from dispatch, or from anyone else for that matter. My wife and I are entertaining guests here in an hour and a half, and our living room is ruined. I need to know that you're going to fix this, and that you'll clean the place back up, and that you'll put a new coat of wax on the floors. I need... The hell with it. I don't have time for this. His hands twist into claws, and he raises them high. An instant later, they are wreathed in an unnatural purple glow. James, stand down. We do not need to kill this man. The glow intensifies into a scintillating torrent of light. The energy lances and stabs out of James's hooked fingers as if it were alive. The man in the doorway recoils in alarm, and his palm slaps down on a plastic disc that has been clipped to his belt. Too late, you recognize the object. A panic button. The air fills with the cacophonous wail of screaming alarms. James jerks back, his concentration broken. From down the hall, you can distantly hear the sound of heavy footsteps approaching at a run. Meanwhile, the homeowner backpedals, trying to put a wall between himself and James. He's moving too slowly, much too slowly. Everybody stand down. Your words are met with an incomprehensible screech. In your peripheral vision, you catch a flurry of motion. Your elvish companion is moving, making a beeline toward James. Jana is hanging off of him, trying to slow him down, but he barely seems to notice. With a kick, he sends her tumbling to the ground and then reaches for his weapon. Stop, damn it. We need him alive to complete the run. With a kick, he sends her tumbling to the ground, then turns back toward James. Step between Elf and James. I hate the bastard too, but Jana's right. We need him. Elf comes up short, staring at you. He sweeps his vision from you to Jana to James. Then he exhales heavily and spits out a jumble of broken German. Killers, innocents of will not stand for, I not slave. All lodgemen, bastards, kill all. Ah, crap. Oh, we got it. Okay. Gotta kill this stupid elf. Let's see. That's a taser. Self-defense. Yep. Gonna have to kill the elf. No, stupid. Use your magic. There you go. Oh, great. There we go. Alright, Jana, get back behind there. Stupid mage. Knight errant guy. Stream of acid, strips armor from target. Yeah, it did escalate quickly. Yeah. That worked. Dang it. Dang it. She's a better shot than she lets on. Wow, that was a fail. He must have rolled a 1. Okay. Oh, well then. Hey, Fox. The run I was on went south. That's what's going on. Come on, it's a smart link. It should auto reload. That was rather dumb. Turn you off for now. Anything out here? No. Yep. 1, 2. Okay. Get back into control mode then. And Jana goes here. Now we gotta fight our way out. Oh, because stupid loudmouth mage won't shut his loud mouth. Oy. Crying out loud. What the heck? Okay, turn off control mode. Maybe. Maybe not. Never mind. Alright. Move up. And our exit's over here. Or something. Something's over there, that's for sure. And I'm over here. Move over this way. Oh, hooray. Here, let's move this stupid mage to the most powerful spot in the entire room. Uh-oh. Oh. Control mode. Damn knight errants. And get behind there. Fire on the mage. There you go. Oh, got him with that. No one to heal. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Alright, fine. Hit you. Got him. Good, good. I'm standing on a dang ley line right now with the mage. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Got him. Get the other mage. Alright, we're good. Let's get in here and get the job done. Uh-oh. Well, what's going on, huh? Penthouse. Okay, get in there. Use the keypad. 1111. Nothing's working. What do you mean nothing's working? He swipes spatters of blood from his cheek to the back of his hand. He attacked me, or else the fucker tried to kill me. You've been insulting him ever since we arrived here. What did you think was going to happen? If you'd been a better group leader, you wouldn't have let that happen. You'd have, for the love of God, shut up. Just stop talking. We're both sick to death of you. You need me to finish the run. Yes, so let's go do that now. To finish the mission, yeah, that's true. But if you don't shut that smug mouth of yours right now, you're going to arrive at your meeting without a tongue. Without another word, the mage turns and stalks off in the direction of the penthouse. Alright. Plays the camera. Place the first camera. It adheres to the ceiling with an audible click. James steps forward, his fingers bent. He whispers a long string of hushed syllables that seem to vibrate in your mind. Okay. Aww. Well, I'll be done here in a little bit. I can take a look and see what's going on. You place the first camera. Okay. Next. For a moment, nothing seems to happen. Then you blink and the camera is gone. Done. Get moving on to the next one. Aww. Oh, look, medical supplies. I could use those. Send it to the stash. Confirm. Place camera. Same thing. It's on a heating vent this time. And then... anything else? Nope. Camera here. Camera here. Hello. Place the last camera. James steps forward and then turns to stare you in the eye. When we get through with this run, I'm going to tell my handler all about you. You won't work for the Logic Inn, not because you're an incompetent leader, but because I have pull and I don't like you very much. What do you have to say about that? This entire run is a test. I think you're here to tempt me into losing my cool. That isn't going to happen. That infuriating smirk returns to his face. Yeah, that's right. This is all about you. Just keep on believing that and see where it gets you. He whispers to the third camera, and soon enough it fades from view. That's it. We're done. Let's go. Yeah, I don't care about your meeting. It's because you, we almost failed this run. Dumb smug freaking elf. Or not elf, mage. Oh, hooray. Line of sight blocked. What? What is this nonsense? There we go. And there we go. What the frick? Hello? What the hell? Oh, hooray. 1, 2, 3, basically. Jana, if you wouldn't mind. Taser the snot out of that one. No, switch. And you. And you. Get yourself up, stupid. And then hit this dude. There you go. There, that one's dead. Get him. Hey, Stan. You didn't sleep long. And fire. Zap. Zap. And dead. Alright, we're out of here. Oh, man. It's been one annoyance after another. Alright. Oh, great. Another Knight Errant Enforcer. Control mode, please, and thank you. You get over here. You get over here. Hey, never mind. Can't see nothing from there. But can you see? Can you acid? 6.5 hours of sleep. Huh. Okay, armor's broken. Hit for 10 damage. Good to go. Get over there. One, two. Okay. And there's 3. Sweet Jeebus. Come on now. Ugh. Yeah. Have to wait another turn. I'm gonna be able to use that. Okay. What have I got in the bag? I can't throw the grenade. I don't have the skill. Dang it. I wonder if I am within range to zap the snot out of him. Yep. And acid. Missed. And missed again. This mage sucks. Okay. Fire. Nope. And fire. Nope. Switch to this. Fire. Fire. And heal up. And get him. Nope. Okay, he's on cover now. What the devil was that? You have magical backup I don't know about? Come on. You know what? I'm getting sick and tired of your armor. Have it go bye-bye. Ugh. This mage can't hit. What the? Come on. Come on. Would you just die already? No, I'm getting real sick of this. Wow, that's a miss. Come on. Alright, I'm getting real tired of y'all missing. There we go. Got that one. And you go here. Okay, nice try. And there you are. There you are, you stinking bastard. One has been trying to grenade me this entire time. Yeah, get shot, fool. Sadine gifted a tier 1 sub to the chat pod. Oh, well, it is appreciated. Thank you, Sadine. Okay. No. Can't do it. You're going to have to move up some. Okay, you're going to have to move up a lot then, I suppose. And busy reloading. I can't. Well, I might as well reload. What the heck, man? Still can't see him. She can see him though. that goes right there. Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. Just take your bullets and die. There you go. All done. We're out of here. Mission accomplished. Fucking finally. Call your handler and tell him that the job is done. Be quick about it. I need to be on the next train out of here. For once, he and I are in agreement. I can't put this place behind me quickly enough. All I want to do is go home, hug my cat, and forget that tonight ever happened. Enter the comm code that Lucador gave you. You punch Lucador's comm code into your PDA. A few seconds later, you hear the metallic click of a successful connection. Dor's voice pours out of your PDA speakers. Creature, the job is done, I trust. Yes, everything has been completed to your specifications. Very good. Now, if you please, give me a status update on the members of your team. The elf from Tier turned gear had turned on us. We had to put him down, but Jana and James are both alive and well. He clucks his tongue softly. Interesting. That the elf is dead was expected. He was a dangerous and unreasonable person. Disgruntled, you might say, after years of service in our ploy. His betrayal of you was inevitable. Thankfully, with his death, we have gained valuable insight into your character. James's continued survival, on the other hand, was not expected. You are a very patient man, preacher. Dora smiles. This has been most informative. James's posture stiffens, but he says nothing. You can see a dawning awareness behind his eyes, though. Slowly, the color begins to drain from his face. Now, let us see how adequately you completed the task that I set before you. Enter the following code into your PDA, if you please. 5256719. You type in the code as instructed, and your PDA screen cuts to static. A moment later, a familiar image materializes on the screen. The penthouse room that you bugged. It appears to be a live feed from the cameras that you planted. You sure that this room is secure? You've done a full sweep? Absolutely, sir. We've run multiple sweeps with a complete sensor package, and we've brought in a mage to search for signs of astral tampering. It all checks out clean. You're completely safe in here. He lets out a heavy sigh. Thank God. Call downstairs and let my wife and kid know it's safe to come up. Will do, sir. Is there anything else I can do for you tonight? No, thank you. That will be all. You have a good... Suddenly, the air in the room seems to ignite. There is a blinding flash, and your PDA screen cuts to static. We planted a bomb. And that takes care of that. Please return to the cruise bazaar. The remainder of your post-run interview will conclude upon your arrival. Hang on, what the hell was that? He raises an eyebrow. What did it feel like? An explosion, of course. This run wasn't a surveillance operation, it was an assassination. It was both, and both tasks were carried out to the letter. You should be pleased, preacher. The run was a resounding success. When you described this run to me, you left out the part where we planted a bomb. That's a hell of an omission. Jana covers her mouth with her hand, a horrified expression on her face. Oh God, I killed someone. That man is dead because of me. You killed several people. What are you talking about? From the sound of that explosion, I'd guess that you killed a fair number of someones. Aylshire and his bodyguard at the very least, and probably a good half-dozen more. A morbid grin creases the mage's thin-lipped mouth. That makes you a mass murderer, Mouse. You're moving up in the world. A sob racks her chest. She begins to hyperventilate. I can never get away from this. This is going to follow me for the rest of my life. I killed people. I'm a fucking murderer. Say it louder, why don't you? I don't think they heard you in France. I haven't heard a response from you, preacher. Shall I make the preparations for your post-run interview? Are you ready to continue your test? I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about this door. I'll see you soon. Very good. I'll be waiting. Oh, and I think that's going to do it for me. We're at an hour and a half in, and that was the entire time. That mission took me an hour and a half to read through. Whoosh. So, let's see. It is Thursday? Yes, Thursday, I believe. Yes, Thursday. I will see you guys back here Sunday night, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, about the same time that this stream started, for more Dragonfall. We'll continue with the second part of the test then, I believe. Second part of the audition. So, I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you, St. Ian, for the Tier 1 gift sub. Ranzer, I bet you fell asleep, but thank you for the bits. And thank you everyone who stopped by. Let's find out who else is currently streaming that we can go raid. Let's see here. Oh, Ferg. Ferg is streaming The Sims 4. We shall go raid Ferg. So, if you give me a moment. Alright. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you Sunday night. Bye-bye.